Hi everybody, this is CCICONIC and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, ibang content naman yung gagawin natin. And today, I will be sharing with you guys my nursing journey. So, i-share ko sa inyo yung aking pagbabalik loob sa nursing and how did I manage and end up to be here in the UK as a UK RN. So, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I hope you will enjoy this video. Okay, so I wanted to start with the year that I graduated. I graduated my bachelor's in nursing last 2011. So I'm from batch 2011 and I graduated at the University of St. Casal. It's in my province, Negros Occidental, Bacolod City in the Philippines. And after graduating my nursing career, during that time, there was actually a surplus, I think, of nurses in the country. And parang hanggang ngayon din naman, like parang hindi siya nawawalan ng nursing people in my country because apparently the people from the Philippines love, nursing. So during that time, very in demand and very patok na patok ang nursing because of, yun nga, most of the nurses are, being sent abroad or goes abroad, pumupunta sa abroad para mag, for greener pastures. Mas malaki yung opportunity sa abroad daw, sabi nila. So, the reason why I decided to take up nursing is because in the first place, that was the choice of my mom. And at the same time, most of my friends and my barcadas went into the nursing degree or the nursing as their course for college. So that's how I got into nursing. And when I graduated in 2011, nauso dati yung volunteer. So during that time, you have to get into the hospital and volunteer for at least 2 years or a year, depende sa hospital na pupuntahan mo. And at that time, I thought that it would be such a waste for me to get into the hospital without being paid. I just thought that it was unfair. And at the same time, I decided to take a break and decided to see what are the other options for me after graduating. And at the same time that I graduated, dun din pumasok yung pag-boom at paglaki ng call center industry or the BPO industry in the Philippines. So, sabi nila na, why don't you try working or applying for a job at a call center kasi malaki ang bayad. And definitely, malaki din naman yung bayad. So, I decided to apply and go for it kasi wala din naman akong ginagawa. And during the time that I applied, those were the days that I was waiting for the results of my board exam. Kasi after I graduated, I took the board exam around July of 2011. So during those months, wala akong masyadong ginagawa. And I just thought, why not try and get a job, para at least may source of income tayo. So I applied to a call center in my country or in my city, and apparently, luckily, I got the job. So natanggap ako sa call center and I started working as a call center agent nung year na yon. So hanggang sa tuluyan nang lumabas yung results, ayun na nga, nakapasa na tayo. So yes, I was really, really happy to have passed my board exams. But at the same time, I started enjoying working. I started enjoying yung nagkakaroon ka na ng sahod, nagkakaroon ka na ng, alam mo yun, it was the first time that you actually are working and at the same time getting paid. And syempre, na-enjoy mo kasi yung baon mo and lahat ng sinasahod mo, parang sa'yo lang. So, yun nga yung sinasabi nila na parang na-hook tayo sa call center work. So, yun, so during those times, I started working, and then eventually, naka 2 years ako. 2 years working in the call center from my city before I decided to eventually apply and go to Manila. So I decided to go to Manila after 2 years, and then when I decided to do that, of course my parents were very very upset because at that time, syempre yung iniisip nga nila is the future, di ba? Na parang paano yung pinag-aralan mo, sayang yung nursing career mo, sayang yung ganito. Yun, pero syempre dahil hindi tayo nakinig at dahil matigas ang ulo natin, so during those times, talagang sinunod natin yung bugso ng ating damdamin. Natural lang, I think that was a natural thing for me before, because when you're in your early 20s, parang sabi nga nila, when you're in your 20s or your early 20s, parang those are your selfish years, kumbaga. So I was really really selfish at that time. I didn't think about what other people was saying to me, especially my family. I just wanted to do things on my own during those times. So that's the time na talagang pinupush ko talaga kung ano yung gusto ko. So malaking discussion yon between me and my family about not pursuing my nursing career versus, pursuing this wonderful and different life in Manila that I was expecting. So, ayun na nga, I decided to go to Manila after 2 years of working in the call center. And same pa din siya. So, pumunta ako ng Manila, and then I still applied for a call center pa din. And luckily, I was accepted and I got the job there. And I started working there as well. So, yun. So, during those times, I was so happy. And syempre kasi, diba, like, laking probinsya ako. And then I have this fascination with Manila as a very big city, and of course the land of opportunities. And alam mo yun, so syempre sabi mo, as a probinsyana girl, parang iniisip ko na ay maganda dun sa Manila kasi malaki yung sahod, ganito ganyan. At the same time, ang laki ng mga buildings, and yung mga artista, makikita mo doon. So, those are the things that really, really fascinated me. And, yun yung nabulag sa akin. Kaya ako pumunta ng Manila tuloy. So, yun. I was working in a call center. Pero hindi ako yung type na hopper eh. So, I stayed in one company during my entire stay in Manila. And I worked as a call center agent for at least another good 4 years. Around 4 years in Manila. So I started working as an agent, and then at the same time I tried, being a trainer. At the same time, naging coach din ako, yung tawag nila. I became a coach. So parang somehow I learned to love the job. So talagang minahal ko naman yung job kasi it's really rewarding, and at the same time it pays really good. So natutustusan niya yung kumbaga yung livelihood and yung pang-araw-araw natin na gastos at yung luho kumbaga natin. So those were my party years, talagang marami akong nakilala and marami akong na-meet na mga wonderful people in my 4 years of working sa Manila, sa call center. So 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 15, 16, 17, around 2017, 2018, during those times, I was already, I was about approaching 4 years of working in a call center sa Manila. I was already feeling a little bit of a burnout. So medyo nung time na yon, I was already feeling bored, and at the same time, nawawalan na ako ng gana, and nawawalan na ako ng parang inspiration to work, So medyo nag-burn out na tayo, and I was already experiencing what we call the quarter life quarter life crisis, if you may say, na parang during those times, parang hindi mo ma-explain eh. You can't explain it. But it's really, really like affecting you so much during those times. I was like lost. So, the lack of a better word, I was lost. So, I was lost during those times and I didn't know what to do with my life. I started feeling empty and I started feeling na parang ganito na lang ba yung gagawin ko and ganito na lang ba yung magiging buhay ko forever? Is this what I want to do? And yun yung mga questions na naiisip ko during those times. And then until I finally decided to quit the job. So after 4 years with my company, I decided to quit the job, and you know, regardless of whatever it will happen or whatever is my next step, I didn't care that much. I didn't plan that much. Yung nasa isip ko lang during that time is I just wanted to quit. And yun, I just wanted to quit and start a new life and make another different kinds of decisions. So, nag-resign ako, and sa isip ko, regardless of what happens next, I'm not gonna regret it because that was my decision. I have to stand by it. And yun. And at the same time, parang naiisip ko kasi na if I'm not going to resign, if I'm not going to, you know, change my life, it's gonna be like that forever. So during that time, I had to make that decision, you know, and I have to take the risk, no matter how hard it may be, but I have to take the risk. So that's why I decided to start quitting the job. So I resigned from my position, and yun, so yun yung nangyari sa akin. Pero wala akong parang future plans, kumbaga. But at the back of my mind, I was thinking already that no matter what happens, I can still go back into nursing. I still can go back to my course that I graduated. Kasi nga, you know, sayang din yun. If all else fails, kumbaga. So, yun. When I decided to resign, there was a friend of mine, shout out kay Denver, a friend of mine from Bangkok, Thailand, who offered me a chance to, you know, see if what are my chances and my luck of getting a work in Thailand. Because I was really parang convinced that, you know, maybe it's time for me to take it to the next level and maybe try to go to a different country. So I took the shot, and regardless of everything that I have during that time and everything that I was thinking about that time, I left everything in the Philippines and decided to fly to Thailand and see what my future holds in Thailand. So I stayed in Thailand for almost a month, and I decided to start looking for jobs. So I was looking for jobs in Thailand. So cut the story short, walang nangyari. So nabokya tayo doon sa Thailand. So cut the story short, hindi tayo sinuwerte, hindi tayo pinalad sa isang buong buwan natin na pagsistay doon sa Thailand. Sawadik ka, kupun ka. Yun lang talaga yung nakita natin at nakuha natin doon. But unfortunately, it wasn't meant for us. So that was my turning point. That was the turning point in my life where I decided to, I think this is it. Like, maybe this is it. This is the moment na babalik ako ng Pilipinas, and then I'm gonna have to start working on my nursing career. So, yun, after that Thailand trip, sabi ko sa sarili ko, before ako umuwi, I decided na I'm gonna go and pursue this nursing career. I'm gonna do this, but at the same time, I have to make sure that I have to go out of the country in 2 years' time. You know, so 2 years, nilaanan ko ng 2 years yung sarili ko sa pagiging nurse sa Pilipinas, although it's really hard. But kailangan kong tiisin yung hirap at pagod ng pagiging nurse sa Philippines in order for me to, you know, go abroad. Kasi kailangan ng experience because during that time, hindi ka basta-basta makakalabas ng Philippines or no one's gonna hire you if you don't have much experience as a nurse. So, kailangan mag-experience. So, yun ang ginawa ko. Pag uwi ko ng Pilipinas, I started processing, renewing my license, and started getting CPD, continuous education, CPD units, for me to be able to renew my license in the Philippines. And then, yun, naghanap ako ng trabaho, and unfortunately, I have a lot of friends who actually helped me along the way, and I am so thankful for them. So one of the people who helped me a lot was Keith, one of my dear friends, Keith Ikogo, shout out, she's my lifesaver. That goes on a different story, so so that's a different story. But thank you so much, Ma'am Keith, for all the help that you gave me during those times that I really needed the help. So maraming salamat. And also kay Ma'am Kring Teresa Ordas, shout out din sa'yo kasi si Teresa, one of my closest friends ever since we were in high school, was the reason why I got the nursing job at the time. So I got the job. I started working as a nursing assistant. Of course, I couldn't get a staff nurse job during the time kasi nga wala akong experience and wala akong background sa nursing. So no hospital is gonna hire me because I don't have the competency and I don't have the confidence, you know, to work as a staff nurse during that time. But luckily, there was a nursing assistant position that was offered in a hemodialysis unit in my city, which is Bacolod. So that's how I started. I started as a nursing assistant in a hemodialysis unit, helping the dialysis nurses, you know, with everything that they're doing inside the unit. So I started as that, and then paunti-unti observation, unti-unti, like I started with taking observations like vital signs taking, so which is really basic and at the same time very innate na sa atin as nurses or as student nurses. Alam natin yun gawin, no matter how long, how far you go, if you know pinag-aralan mo yon, so parang bumabalik siya naturally sa'yo. So that's how I started. So while I was doing the nursing assistant, I was observing what do they do sa dialysis and how do they do it. So yun, in-observe natin, and then I became interested and started applying for the position as a staff, as a dialysis nurse na talaga. So yun, fortunately, I got accepted kasi may trainings naman. So, nag-train tayo to be a dialysis nurse. And then, after the training, yun, work. And at the same time, while I was on my first year of working as a nurse in the Philippines, I was also preparing for my application in the UK. So, I decided, so me and my friends, me, Janine, and Karine, we were talking about UK at that time na sabi namin na I think we need to do the UK because the UK seems to be offering a nice alternative because it's easy, number one, and you know, they're really recruiting. So, mas madaling makapasok and mas madaling makakuha ng job sa UK. So, that was the plan at that time. And then, after that, that's when we started actually preparing for the application. So, nag-review for the IELTS. So, of course, IELTS is one of the hardest things that you need to pass. So, yon, IELTS is like an English test. So you will be tested with speaking, reading, writing, and listening. And then there's a specific grade that the UK is looking for you to be qualified and be accepted for your application. So yun, so while I was working as a dialysis nurse, I was also preparing and really practicing a lot, and really like reviewing a lot for the IELTS. And after my first year, I took my IELTS exam. I think that was if I'm not mistaken, I took mine around January of 2020. Yeah, I think that was January of 2020. Correct. So I started my IELTS as January of 2020, and then February pala, Feb. I passed my IELTS at Feb 2020, and then after passing my IELTS, 2021. Yeah, tama. Wait. Tama ba? 2020? Yeah, I passed my IELTS on Feb 2020. And then, after that, I started to apply and process my application for the UK. So, kasi ang sabi nila is ipasa mo lang muna yung IELTS mo. And then after your IELTS, that's where everything will follow. So okay, so yon, process tayo ng IELTS and everything. So after nun, I was supposed to take my CBT already, but around March of 2020, the world stopped. So yun, that's when the pandemic hit the Philippines, and everything was shut down and everything went on lockdown. So March of 2020, nag-lockdown ang everything. So during those times, I decided to just, hold it and ikalma na lang muna natin. Let's make it alive. Let's make it alive. So ang importante during that time is to stay alive, because that was the worst thing that ever happened. So we just have to focus on staying alive during those times and make sure that so nagpahinga ako and decided na tapusin na lang yung 2020 kasi it was difficult to travel because of the different restrictions, and the exams that you will be taking needs to be done in Cebu or Manila. And Cebu is one of those places na talagang grabe yung effect ng pandemic sa kanila, and at the same as Manila. So that's when I decided to just let it go for a while and then just take this time to spend the rest of the month with my family. But going on yung processing, ongoing yung processing natin. Hindi natin siya tinantanan, talagang continuous yung processing natin. I was getting interviews from the hospital that I was applying for, and fortunately I got accepted and I got I got the contract. So I was hired while I was in the Philippines. So yun, so stop na muna natin yung processing, and then by the time the 2020 ends, by December 2020, sabi ko parang hindi na tama to. Like, no matter what happens, by January, I have to start my application. I have to leave the country because hindi na pwedeng ma-stack up yung plans. So by January 2021, me and Janine started processing our CBT, and we went to Cebu regardless of the restrictions, regardless of the different difficulties and challenges that we will encounter. Pinursu na lang namin, talagang pinush namin yung aming journey doon. So we took the CBT January 2021, and luckily we passed. So yun na yata yung start ng aking first vlog na ginawa ko. If you guys will actually scroll through my videos that I uploaded. So January 2021, that was the start of my journey here in the UK talaga na vlog ko. So if you want to watch those videos, you might want to check it out. So yun. And then after that, January 2021, yun, tuloy-tuloy na siya. Kasi we passed our CBT and then everything else was just a matter of waiting and a matter of right timing. So, yun, naghihintay na lang kami processing, medical checkup, TV screening, nag-IOM sa Manila. So, during those times, I decided to, January pa lang, after ng CPT, when we went back from Cebu to Bacolod, na nasa Bacolod na ako, I decided to just leave early and stay in Manila for a bit hanggang sa umalis na ako. Because during those times, mahirap yung protocols, pabago-bago kasi yung protocols during that time sa aming province. So, I didn't want to actually go through that anymore. So that's why I decided to just leave early and then process everything in Manila and wait for my flight na lang talaga sa Manila. So hindi na ako umuwi from Manila. Hindi na ako umuwi ng Negros. So dumiretso na ako hanggang sa nakarating na ako dito. So February, I was waiting for my dispatch date. Dispatch, ano ba yung tawag namin doon? I forgot eh. Basta yung tawag namin doon, parang yung pag-alis namin, I was already waiting. So February, March, and then I got my date of departure for April. So end of April 2021, that's the time na umalis na kami sa Philippines, papunta na dito sa UK. And then, yun, tuloy-tuloy na siya. So that's how I ended up here in the UK. And if you wanted to actually watch the rest of the journey, the entire process and the entire journey that I had up to, going here, you can actually rewatch the vlogs that I posted many months ago. So if you want to check that out. So that's it lang, guys. So basically, that's how I ended up here in the UK. And yun, up until now, I'm still here even though the pandemic is still happening. We still have a new variant, which is the Omicron. Paano pa rin tayo, patuloy tayong lumalaban dito sa UK, and that's how I ended up here. So that's my story. I know it's a bit long, but I hope you guys enjoyed. One thing that I wanted to advise people who are aspiring, and nurses from the Philippines who are aspiring to also work here in the UK is that it's never too late to start your application. It's always open, because anywhere you go, kahit hindi na dito sa UK, like anywhere you want to go, palaging in need ng health workers, regardless wherever you go. Kasi hindi naman tayo nawawala ng sakit. So laging merong nagkakasakit, hanggang merong hospital, merong opportunity for nurses anywhere around the world. So if you're still thinking and if you're still doubting about, the decision, no, take this opportunity. It's never too late. Huwag mong sabihin na baka hindi mo kaya or natatakot ka. It's not, it's always gonna go back to you. Lahat ng mga natutunan mo when you were in college, because pinag-aralan mo yun eh. So, innate siya, nandyan lang yan sa'yo. You just have to find it. You just have to have the courage and the confidence to, take the risk. Because if not, then definitely walang mangyayari. So no matter what decisions you want to make in your life, just always remember that it's your life, and you know, do whatever that makes you happy, and it's never too late. So kanya-kanyang timeline yan, guys. Don't compare yourself to others, and you know, just stay on your lane, and you know, try to get inspiration from others, and definitely you'll make it there in your own time, in God's perfect time. So ayun lang. So that's all that I wanted to share in this vlog sa inyo, guys. I hope nag-enjoy kayo, and sana may natutunan kayo sa akin. And that's it. If you like this video, please hit the like button, hit the notification bell button, share this video, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to have contents that you want me to do, you might want to comment it on the comment section down below, and you know, we'll see if kaya natin gawin yan. And that's it for today. Once again, guys, my name is CCICONIC, and thank you so much for watching this video, and see you on our next vlog. Bye!